Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. We're going into the Troll Wilderness where there is an ancient dwarven fortress. So, let's head in. Time to beat up the trolls. They've kind of forced our hand a little bit here because, well, essentially we keep getting this Troll Raids event which keeps Amiri busy every single month, and then that's causing us other issues, so we have to solve this. I'm going to do a proper save as well. I haven't done one in a while. But just so that we can come back here if it turns out that we are well unprepared. How much are we from a level? We're about 3,000 from a level, so if we are unprepared, we can go and level up instead, but I think we're good. Trolls are actually the enemy we are best to fight. Hail, Borba. Jazon. The troll who stands before you looks different from his kin. His pelt is cleaner, his stench is almost bearable, unlike the other trolls. Noticing you, he turns and slowly steps towards you. Hail, Borba. The troll's voice is rough and gravelly. Welcome to Kobold. An abandoned dwarven keep where two races, trolls and kobolds, settle together, attempting to create their own kingdom. Such an unlikely union could only been created by a true genius, at least by kobold standards. Not here to talk. Arrows will speak in my stead. He grins widely, revealing a row of long, rotten, and chipped teeth, but there's no menace in it. Who are you? Jazon. The troll pounds his chest, making a hollow thud. I had a different name before. Now, Jazon, like Borba. He thrusts out his chest, and a dribble of drool from his mouth promptly lands there. Me talk like Borba, wash myself like Borba, and eat no Borba. Me is like Borba myself. Kobold? Ours capital, Troll exclaims, waving his hand towards the rock. Kingdom of both troll and kobold. We live there now, in peace with Borba. Ours land. Your comment is impressive. Yes, the troll agrees. Tartuk speaks like that. Taught me Borba language. Told I am smart. The troll proceeds to scratch his armpit, then sniffs his fingers. What do you mean, Borba? You are Borba. The troll hesitates. Human, elf, dwarf, all Borba. Alright, what do you want from me? The troll makes a strange growl, and you're about to draw your weapons when it becomes evident that he was simply clearing his throat. I'm Borba, and tell them, King Hargulka and King Tartuk asked that Borba stay away from Kobold. It filthy, not pretty, and dangerous. We invite Borba later, when King allows. Right. Tell me more about Kobold. First city for both troll and kobold will be kingdom. Troll and kobold and Borba will do friendship. Troll no eat Borba anymore, and Borba no kill troll and kobold anymore. Peace. A bitter smile appears on Harum's face. A proud citadel of dwarves turned into a lair for trolls and kobolds. Would it be possible to humiliate Torag any further? Who is Harluka? King over all trolls, strong, smart, kind. The troll stutters slightly and pauses for a moment. Made all trolls together, made kingdom like Borba. Who's Tartuk? King over all kobolds, smart, strong, kind. The troll chews on its tongue momentarily. Fire killed trolls before. Tartuk protects trolls from fire. Now trolls forever love Tartuk and his kobolds. How does Tartuk protect trolls from fire? Zun's eyes widen and shifts back a bit. Ow, Gurga. Iron red and hot. Heat. Troll scream and scream and scream. Gunda yerg Borba. Pain. He flails his arms in the air. And quiet. No more pain. Fire no danger anymore. Troll no die from fire anymore. You understand, Borba. Troll no die at all. Fire is no death. Steel is no death. Tartuk made troll immortal. What can you tell me about Kobold? Many troll, many kobold live together, learn Borba speech, paint walls. Tartuk protect trolls from fire. Jazan's lips move silently as he looks into the distance for a moment. Plenty food too, plenty loot. Troll and kobold share. Jazan looks at you in the eyes. Many trolls wild, eat Borba. They will stop soon. Peace will be. So trolls aren't eating people anymore. Me no eat Borba no more, Jazan claims proudly. King Hargulka and King Tartuk order so. Other trolls still eat Borba. They dumb and wild. Soon they stop. Interesting. So what do you eat now? Horse, cow, dog. Doesn't scratch his belly. Dead Borba too sometimes. Long dead before Harluka's order. No need to waste food. You still eat human flesh. Troll stares at you for a moment. Me eat, he confesses, slumping a little bit. But me no kill Borba. Never again kill Borba. So, are you sure you won't change your mind as soon as you run out of people in your larder? You might get hungry again. Troll's eyes flash. Borba no get it. Borba no food. Harluka said so. Borba tried to get me angry on purpose. Does Zun's words become a growl, then he calms himself. Borba, friend. He nods and goes silent. Okay, we'll try one more. Alright, so you don't eat people anymore, but how can you be so sure about the rest of your kin? Borba, don't listen. Dozen snarls. Troll, no, eat Borba. Borba, friend. Dozen stomps his feet loudly and works his jaw, spraying you with sticky saliva. Hey, calm down. It was just a question. Trolls are friends with Borba now. For several moments, Jazan inhales and exhales loudly, his eyes bulging madly. Then he seems to regain control over himself. Borba and Troll's friends. He nods and turns away. Well, that's enough about food. Tell me more about Kobold. Our city for both Troll and Kobold will be kingdom. Troll and Kobold, Borba will do friendship. Troll no eat Borba anymore, and Borba no kill Troll and Kobold anymore. Peace. I've heard enough about it. Dazun stares at you, his tongue dangling out. Right. Alright, take me to your kings. We'll see if the trolls can hold a civil conversation. I'm the queen of the lands your Trobold stands on, and as such your kings and I have much to discuss. Yes, that seems good. Jazan frowns and blinks slowly. King said no one can enter, but he never said humans have kings too. What am I to do? I can't help but notice in the bottom right hand corner we're just getting that spammed at us, but that's okay. Harluk hates when someone disobeys his orders, and always punishes troublemakers in the face. But if it is all so complicated, and Borba ruler came, fine. Harluka's smart. He'll figure it out, and face will heal. Follow me, queen. You'll talk to Trobold king. Oh, hello there. Open up. See this Borba must take to Harluka. That's his lunch. Good Borba. Must be tasty. Fool! King of all Borba. Come talk to Harluka. Make peace. Shut your trap and open the door.
Enemy near.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go enemy near. No, we're friends. Borba are friends, not food. Right? Yes, good. Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, I don't feel trapped. Yeah, it's intimidating. The optimistic side of me sees that he has a portrait and I'm like, potential companion. The non-optimistic side of me thinks, potential boss. A howling crowd of trolls waits by the entrance of an ancient dwarven fortress. They growl, pound the stone floor with their fists and clubs, and spit curses at you. Each sound is magnified, hammering the walls like a drum. Despite this display, however, the trolls do not attack as if waiting a command or permission. The troll stands at ease beside the base of a huge fractured Torag statue. He's not the biggest or scariest amongst the other trolls, but there's an odd supremacy about his moves and in his eyes, supremacy both over his kin and over you. The brand mark on his pelt is almost worn off. It pulses weakly in unison with his heartbeat.
Why brought Borba? What your orders? Get out my sight, since you already here. Welcome to Castle of Hargolka, King of Trolls. What you hope to find here, besides death, Borba?
The glare of the other trolls drill into you, silent and hateful.
No good comes of talking with monsters.
We came for their heads, not their words.
I'm guessing you're Hargulka.
You guess yourself? Or you have help? No, not yourself. King Hargulka gave you a hint. Smart, Borba. So smart.
Hargulka grins viciously.
Tartuk, the kobold king, made trolls immortal. Taught us to talk with Borba. Now trolls are smarter than Borba, stronger than Borba, better than Borba. What you say, Borba? What you say now? When trolls are better than you?
We could try and intimidate him, but I don't think that's the right way to go for peace. You're the king of the trolls and I'm the queen of the humans. Let's make peace. As rulers do, your people won't go near our villages and in turn we'll leave you be.
King Tartuk wants to make deals with Borba. King Tartuk teaches us not to eat Borba. Hargulka disagrees. Borba sly. Borba not respect trolls. Want to fool trolls. Make trolls weak. Trolls will not be Borba's dogs. Hargulka will conquer you. Destroy your homes. Then Hargulka and Tartuk will start to make deals with you.
Oh.
You not leave this place, dumb Borba. Should not have come. Hargulka needs to prepare, though. Find Hargulka later, if you can, stranger. Der Borba, der Garbanzarg!
Hargulka pounds the Torag statue with his fist and leaps into a side hallway. I'm ready to see the leap. Oh, there's the pound. He just kind of wandered away, huh? Oh, he destroyed the Torag statue. Well, that's going to make one person happy at the very least. Get him.
Strike is one.
Jathal, get him.
Unworthy.
Acid.
Solid plan.
Buff. Dog. Harim.
Repent.
Go.
Yeah.
Just leave Jathal to beat that one by herself.
Out of our store.
No strike wasted.
5 against one troll, 1 against the other. Yeah, Jathal's damage is pretty good. Right, we'll grab that. Well, I guess we'll walk in further. I don't want to go this way. That's where our friend was. Our friendly troll. Okay, what have we got here? Solid dwarven masonry couldn't stand against troll rage. You're weak, Torag. Weak and pathetic. How could you, god of all dwarves, the great creator, be knocked down by some meager troll? You've confused the god with the sculpture depicting him. Akun notes calmly, but Harim doesn't hear him and just doesn't care. Gods are not pathetic. Those who grovel at their feet and beg for charity, then cry when they receive no crumbs from the divine table, on the other hand. Also, how can the dwarves put their trust in you? You, traitor god. How can you protect your people if you're so incapable of even defending yourself? You confuse reason with consequence. Torag's worshippers left this place, and their faith doesn't empower Torag anymore, so he has no need to protect this fortress. Harim opens his mouth to object, but apparently can't find any good arguments, finally gives up on you. You're so blind, Sora Seros, he says, just to fill the silence, and turns away. Just an old statue, what's Torag got to do with it? You're wrong, Sora Seros, it's not just any statue, it's a symbol. Faith feeds the gods just like food nourishes our mortal bodies, and the symbols of faith are channels through which the gods communicate with the faithful. He grimly looks at the pedestal where the statue used to stand, but only the stone of Torag's feet remains now. The symbol is destroyed, therefore Torag is weak, Sora Seros. If he could protect this place, he wouldn't allow such desolation to happen. You throw a glance towards Sakun, expecting him to stand up for Torag, but the ranger shrugs instead. No sense in over-persuading, he says, looking at Harim. The statue was ancient and easy to break. Don't try to see hidden signs where there aren't any. You're blind. How could the statue possibly be destroyed if Torag was protecting this place? How could dwarves perish here if Torag cared about them? Rim presses his lips together. No, Soraceros. This whole place is an anthem for Oblivion's victory over weakness. The victory Grotus won over Torag. Stop whining, let's go, we have a lot to do. The dwarf turns away from the statue and stalks behind you, staring at the floor. Okay. Interesting. Well, we'll head this way. Away from where our friendly troll went, because I don't want to kill him, if possible. Wait, friend. Ekuden stops you. Kardag is near. Can feel it on the ground, on the grass, on these rocks. Everything is soaked with his stench. Must tell you about him. You need to be prepared. The fight will not be easy. What do you want to tell me? Ekuden exhales loudly, gathering his thoughts. Rock trolls have more strength, brutality than the regular ones. Kargag is the strongest. We fought. He crushed buildings with fists. He caught people up, tore them apart. During our fight, he swept my body aside, like he would sweep aside a horsefly, annoyed but not harmed by the bite. Do not be fooled by his clumsiness. He can be very fast. Carved in my memory, flying through the air towards the fence, a hit in the head, doubled vision in the eyes, inability to stand, inability to raise a bow, a taste of blood in the mouth, helpless. I couldn't look somewhere else ahead, and his gaze is still and heavy. His face looks like a mask covered in stone, the same rock as the troll he tells you about. How did you know his name? The troll shouted it as a war cry, an anthem. Kargag, 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 they were yelling when he crushed the walls of our house, when he killed... Was it Kargag who killed your family? Ekuden's face twists into a painful grimace. Should you know the details? I prefer to know everything about those I travel with. He swept my defenses out of the way and crushed the walls of our house. He seized my wife, Amanda, and bit off her head. Pulled her body aside. Larissa screamed. He just stomped on her. Though it was obviously hard for him to tell this story, you hear some relief in Ekuden's voice. I'm grateful you made me tell this. Needed that. The atrocities committed by this monster are horrific indeed. We will deliver justice. I envy them so much. Their agony is over and ours lingers still. So why did the trolls leave you alive? Ekuden shrugs. He was in a haste. The night was ending. In the light of dawn, rock trolls turned to the rock they originated from. Sunlight is his worst enemy. Kargad knows that. Interesting. Now we have a searing light spell on Harim. I wonder if that's going to do extra damage to the rock troll. I don't know. Anyway. So let's sum up. What do we know about Kargag? Kargag is a rock troll. Thus he has greater size and strength than regular trolls. Fire and acid not deadly to him, but can still hurt him. His weakness is sunlight. He has no desire to turn stone. Ekuden grunts. The dungeon gives him strength. The rock itself heals his wounds. The battle will be held inside his home. Well, thank you for telling me your story. I guess we'll be able to defeat Kargag. Ekuden nods. You lead us to battle. Thank you. This monster must not survive. Okay, well, I'm a little bit less confident when it's fire and acid will not hurt him. We'll see. I'm guessing he's in there.
I'll go ahead.
Okay. Ooh. Loot sack and suit blackened gloves. That's part of that set we need. Loot taken from neighboring villages is piled here in a heap of trash. Okay. Well. In we go. One more quick save for luck. And... they're tiny! Ah, Borba here. Borba want to kill Daddy. Why kill Daddy, Borba? Ekuden winces. Rock trolls, smaller than Kargad. The trolls, who have just appeared seemingly from nowhere, look like small copies of Kargad, though they are they are small only in comparison to Kargad himself. Their height equals the height of a grown man. Borba want to kill Daddy. Borba Garung. Borba bad. Akun silently raises his bow. The trolls don't run away, instead they stare at him with offended expressions. Want to kill us too, Borba. Because we're not good, we can't say this. Interesting. Let's stop Akun. They're just kids, they haven't done anything wrong. Not kids. Trolls. Monsters. Akun objects through clenched teeth without putting the bow down. Well, let's try it. I command you to put the bow down, Akun. You better run. If I ever find out you've been attacking people, I will come back and find you. After several strained seconds, Akun does as commanded, if half-heartedly. You are here to help my vengeance, owe you, he mutters, almost as if reminding himself. Let's go now. Don't want to see them anymore. He nods in the direction of the rock trolls. Interesting. Now my logic for that was, if we're going for peace with the trolls, then... Oh dear. Then we probably don't want to do what this guy did to Akun back. Otherwise they'd come for revenge. Okay. Yeah, we really don't want them coming for revenge. Okay, attack. Cathal. I think this is time for a buff. I think this is definitely a buff situation. Get Arkan's aura going. Let's get that going. Buff. Dog, attack it. You can do that. Right, and then we... So, we know it's not weak to fire, so... Or acid. Let's try force. Right? Yeah.
Forwards.
Go. Dogs first. Bye, dog. The Divine Favor. Make sure that we have one of these on. So we probably want magic damage, right? One attack on each attack roll actually might be useful. We'll use Justice. That's fine. And they hit it.
Wretched things.
Harim's about to buff. I want you to use Searing Light because I think it's going to be super effective. Divine Damage. I don't know whether it's going to work, but we'll try it. Right, Lindsay. I think Snowballs seem like the best way of hitting this one. Then Akun's about to get his buff. Wait, so she used her... Oh, she hasn't used this yet. Oops. There we go. Magic Missiles hit. Yathal hit for 24. That's okay.
This body holds no more.
I did okay, but not amazingly. You have yeah, we have heavy damage. Hit that on Jathal. Right, Akundeo is still shooting. We're still hitting. Lindsay's still hitting. Go. She's dead. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm thinking we might summon creatures just because I don't want to move him into combat. Yeah, okay. Magic Missile seemed to be doing the job. I haven't seen how Snowball did yet. Snowball is also doing the job. A is Fortitude saving it, but that's fine. Oh, Valerie, fighting defensively needs to be turned back on. Ooh, okay, so let's see how... It's a 26 attack bonus, so that will actually hit Valerie. Okay. Nice, the bow did damage as well. That's a long cast turn. Okay, heal onto Valerie. It's down. Is it dead? It is dead. Oh, okay. The troll utters a hoarse sound and falls thunderously. Dark, sticky blood oozes from his wounds. He tries to raise his hands to defend himself, but is only able to clench his fists. He snaps his jaws at one last effort to devour you. Suddenly, he goes still. Done. Akun sighs, lowering his bow. You're not sure if he's talking about the troll's death, about his completed vengeance, or about his own mental state. In the dim light, it seems to you that Akun's eyes lose their usual spark. Several wrinkles seem to appear from his forehead. The ranger comes closer to the defeated troll and stares at the corpse with contempt. His lips are pressed into a thin line. His fist clenched. His knuckles are white. Without a word, Akun raises his leg and delivers a great kick into the side of the rock troll. This effort must have been painful for the ranger, but not a single muscle moves in his face. His expression is a frozen mask of rage and suffering, and the pain from the hit fades in comparison. Done, Akun repeats quietly, turning to you. Thank you, friend. Your help was priceless. He shrugs. From now on, your questions will be answered. If you still want them, you deserve that. Definitely, but not right now. So is there anything more to his story? No, that's the Grim Ranger, still the start. Okay, interesting. Well, ooh, a belt of physical might 2. Anybody need that? No, but we do have people with us who don't have belts on, so... What's physical might? Strength and con. Oh. So yeah, that's much better than giant strength. That's fantastic. Yeah, and then we can give the giant strength belt to... I guess Lindsay for just now? I mean, not that she really uses strength, but if she has to use a weapon, like a proper weapon, then that might... like a melee weapon, then that might help. Mushrooms. Have those. Okay. We don't really need to rest, do we? We just need Jethal to hurt herself. Although we did use quite a lot of our buffs. Yeah.
Patience.
Heal? Heal? Old person, because it probably won't do anything against trolls. That's okay. Right. What have we got here? I better not to discern what or whom this stew is made of. Okay. What have we got back here? We got the room is filled with the sickening stench of carrion. Okay.
The path is clear.
So this is where he came from. Just the way I want to go to start with. We have a kobold artist. Hello. An odd kobold sits in front of the wall. His scales, snout, and especially hands are covered with something akin to a blend of tar and what seems to be rancid, mud-coloured filth. Occasionally, the kobold plunges his hand into a clay pot nestled beside him, grabs a handful of paint, and slowly smears it on the wall. At least it looks better than the paintings King Iravetti awards his prizes to. The unintelligible smears gradually resolve into a crude drawing of a huge kobold striking a heroic pose. There are many smaller figures surrounding him, but you can't tell who they might be. The kobold continues with his strokes. He doesn't seem to have noticed you. Perhaps he's just too lost in his work. What is that? Fine art as performed by kobolds? Valerie wrinkles her nose in disgust. In the Order of Shaylin, I was taught that all art is precious. But what would my mentors say if they were here to see this? Let's watch him. The kobold continues, in a strange state that seems to be somewhere between deep meditation and a trance. He raises his paint-smeared hands to the wall, makes a small and deliberate stroke, then steps back to examine his creation as a whole. Hey, can you hear me? The kobold turns to you. You can't read the expression on his snout, but he clearly doesn't seem pleased. Shebrazia. Kazdaldar Tartuk. The kobold points towards his painting. Tartuk! He repeats before turning away. What can you tell me about Tartuk? Seems the kobold has told you all he intends to. He shows no reaction to your further questions. How can I find Tartuk? The kobold has told you all he intends to. He shows no reaction to your further questions. Right, this one doesn't seem aggressive. We'll leave him be. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Let's go.
Tread lightly.
Just get ourselves back into formation.
Scared? You
Get 'em.
should be.
Yeah. You know what? Probably don't need to be spamming magic missiles anymore. That would make a little bit more sense. Oh, nice shot. Okay. Little quick save. Head on in here. Head on in here, I guess. There we go. There's some trolls. Let's fight them.
Enemy near.
This is fine. Grim attacked that one. Jathal attacked that one. Okay. This is fine. Acid Splash is fine. Lindsay, you get a buff. There we go. That's the only thing I would change here. Come on, hit him. Kill him. There we go. Nice. That one's about to die if we're attacking it, which we are. Good.
This can't be over.
Okay, well, Jathal got destroyed, but that's fine. We might have to rest, which is ridiculous in this area, but that's fine. Grab all that.
Let us be careful.
Ooh, there's something that we can do here. Okay, can we actually rest? We can. Perfect. Can we though? I can put down the rest thing. Can I click on it? Oh, there we go. Right in the center you have to click. There we go. You cannot hunt here. You cannot cook here. Well, if we can't hunt and cook, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of point in hunting and cooking, you know? What I'm saying? Yeah, we'll give them +2 bonus under camp skills, I guess. There we go. And begin resting.
Your religion is insane. How could you pray to someone who wants to kill us all?
Grotus does not want anything. This pathetic world will come to an end one way or another. My God just patiently waits for that day. His path is patience and humility in the face of the inevitable.
Okay, fun. Continue. Cathal's still a little bit hurt. Let's hit her with one of these. Yeah, I'll do it. Right, what does this do? Okay, we can spin this thing around different runes. Okay.
How curious.
That's not the way we need to go. Grab that.
The path is clear.
We have a door over here we can open, potentially. Come on, Lindsay.
It's just not my lucky day.
We need a key for that door. Maybe this is a puzzle to opening the door. But I don't know what that does, so let's just leave. Okay. Although, actually, there was a whole other area here that we need to explore, so... just in case we can't come back here, let's, Oh, there's this bit right here as well. This wasn't even the bit I was thinking. There's so many little bits we haven't explored in this area. What's our XP like? Yeah, still a couple thousand off leveling, but we might level before the final fight. Depending on what we find. Okay. So can we open this one?
This requires your attention.
That is a dead dwarf. On Nature of the Divine. We've read that. Okay. You see a pile of mutilated bodies reaching nearly to the ceiling. The bodies used to be human, dwarves, cows, sheep, and God knows what else. Some corpses look fresh, others have started to decompose, filling the passage with a heavy, stinking stench. Trolls probably use this corner as meat storage. You're ready to pass by, but you notice some weak movement near the edge of the pit of the pile. Having a closer look, you understand one of the corpses is not exactly a corpse yet. A bare-chested dwarf moves his lips silently, staring blindly at the ceiling. His chest has some bite marks left by a huge jaw. He has no legs. He seem to have been bitten off at the knees. Let us grant the gift of a quick death to this unfortunate soul and take revenge to those monsters who made him suffer. Let us leave this miserable sufferer alone. He's on the verge of non-existence. So let him make his own last step into oblivion. Ekun pulls an arrow out of the quiver. Mercy, he says, towards the dying dwarf. Let's examine him quickly. The dwarf definitely looks like he will not make it. He's lost a lot of blood, and his horrible wounds would have killed any other person long ago. The fact that he still clings to life is either a miracle or his own unthinking stubbornness. I mean, we have the option, so I'm going to click it. We'll try and heal him. The healing efforts have an effect of sorts. The dwarf seems to come halfway to life and starts talking in an unknown language. Hordash, Gargum, Dog, Gadolon. The light around you glows dim all of a sudden, and the floor starts to tremble, resonating with the dwarf's voice. Uzmar, Saril, Nachgrak. What was that? What's happening? Stop it immediately, you villain! Harim's hands clench at his beard. The ancient dwarven tongue, the curse of Torag. Oh, Grotas, embrace your faithful servant. We shall all die now. Okay. Harim's voice, half scared, half excited. Try to heal the dwarf again. As your healing kicks in, the dwarf interrupts his monologue, apparently regaining awareness of his surroundings. He moves his head with immense effort and looks you up and down. You're not a troll. I thought you were one of them. Dwarf coughs out clots of dark blood. I'm the priest of Torag. I've been searching this ancient outpost. Found it, it seems. He tries to laugh, but instead bursts into a new fit of coughs. Come closer. With immense effort, he raises his hand and whispers words of blessing, so sweet and kind compared to his prior curses. Having heard Torag's name, Harim recoils. I need no blessings from the traitor god, he whispers into his beard. Last effort seems to be too much for the dying dwarf. Having finished, he drops his limp hand, draws one last breath, and falls silent. Okay. We have an ability, which we do not know. And it gives us a blessing for 10 minutes. What does that mean? Well, I don't know. We got some sort of blessing for 10 minutes.
Look ahead.
Let's move quickly, right? Dwarven Helm Shard. Nice. And more pendants. Alright, let's head back this way then. I don't know what we do with... Oh, maybe it's the moon disc.
I'll go.
Do we have to head there with the blessing or something? Just because I looked at it and it says it is something, so... And the game does like its puzzles. Yeah, it's just some sort of blessing and we don't know what it is. Game likes puzzles. Chance this is the right one. Yeah, no idea what that does. That's fine. Okay, hopefully there's not a bit later that says, if only you had the blessing of a dwarf. Or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, if you rushed from one place to another, you'd be able to reach it, but otherwise, it's just like a random blessing. I don't know. Anyway, carry on. Why does Jethal have that weird thing around here?
The path is clear.
I don't know.
Ask.
I got rid of it though. That's weird. Anyway, whatever. Head this way and see what's going on with our other troll buddy. We know we can carry on going the other way.
Tread light.
What's along here?
To
Get him.
victory.
Get him.
Advance.
Come on. Dead troll. Oh, I didn't even mean to have snowball on. Oops.
Serves you right.
Well, that worked anyway. Nice. Lots of damage, eventually dead. Skin, collect. Head this way. Okay. So, this is where we saw our friend troll run off to, so it could be the right way.
My search was not in vain.
Lindsay?
Applause, please.
I'm impressed you did it without aggroing them.
I'll go ahead.
That's something. Right.
Watch each other.
Get him.
Unworthy.
Dog, this way. Jethal, this way.
Wretched things.
Harim in here.
Waste.
Right. Nice. Get it?
Ouch.
Okay. This is going okay. Trollhounds aren't dying. I'm guessing because we're not hitting acid
Aim
on them.
carefully. Attack.
There we go. Right. Grab the loot. We have this door, which we haven't been through. Let's go through the door. Here's to go some kind of corridor. We need a key for that one as well. Okay. Well, we failed because he needs a key, which I guess is an okay reason for failing.
Clear.
Right, get it.
We will prevail.
It's just stopped because it has no way past. Okay. Right.
Assist me or lose me. Advance.
There we go. Perfect. Jathal,
Request.
heal yourself. Nice. Quick save. Grab all of them. And let's continue through. Skin, collect. Let's go. Ooh. Something back here.
Applause, please.
So this looks like what used to be prisons. You know? Like dwarven, like some sort of dwarven prison. Okay. Commandant's journal. A tome is made of high-quality parchment. It's bound in good leather, but it's torn apart and stained with mud. Most of the pages are missing. There's an inscription in the inner part of the cover written by a steady hand. This journal belonged to Rodvig Langbuk, the 4th commandant of the Bronze Shield Fortress. Today my father, Unthal Langbuk, handed me the command over the Bronze Shield Fortress and headed home to the 5 Kings Mountains. He said he's become too old and hoped to die in his old place, in his homeland mines, not in the Torag forgotten land. He's left his post, and many of the defenders disapproved, but as for me, I don't blame him. I gave him my last farewells and returned to the fortress, which is mine from now on. Lots of carts on the road. They carry grain, vegetables, meat. Lamashan is a good month. Tolls this month always bring good profits, even when the year is poor. Too bad that's not enough to compensate for everything we spend on food during the other months. Otherwise, we could make the annual balance 0 at least. The Roads of Shields has made us bankrupt. For 300 years now, our 3 clans be guarding human lives at our own expense. Even the winter is not a real winter in this god-forsaken land. When was That's kind of weird, sorry. It says God-forsaken, right? But earlier, it says Torag forgotten, I guess? Well, yeah. Anyway, whatever. I thought earlier, I was thinking, oh, that's cool. It said, like, Torag forgotten instead of, like, or God-forsaken or whatever. But no, they just used that phrase anyway. Whatever. I was reading too much into it, I think. When was the last time I saw snow? I mean real snow, like home in the 5 Kings Mountains. Not this pathetic excuse for snow which falls here from time to time. Local villagers could have gathered 4 harvests this year if they weren't so lazy and worked a trifle harder. The winter is too weak in the river kingdoms. Damned rivers don't freeze hard enough for our road to be able to compete with them as the best trade route. What was King Talric thinking when he ordered the construction of an overland road in this place called the River Kingdoms? Or maybe he thought of fame for the dwarven people, dreaming of regaining our former glory. Maybe he hoped the locals would abandon the river routes, infested by pirates, for the safety of our track, with its fortress and watchtowers. At least I know what our grandfathers and fathers were thinking, that too many resources and too much effort had already been invested in this road to just abandon the project. They were hoping something would change and the gold would flow in our pockets in steady streams, just like King Talaric had promised. So they just went on spending our money, efforts, years, and lives. Dwarves are patient, but there is a limit to every patience. The treasury of Langbuk clan is almost empty, and I know that the Wardashes and Skakes are doing no better than we are. It's ridiculous and bitter to recollect, and that while building this fortress, our ancestors made several secret rooms to store the future immeasurable treasures. It's impossible to deny it. We're the last generation of the Road Shields. If some wonder fails to happen in the near future, we'll have to return to the Five Kings Mountains in shame. Disturbing news comes from Rosland. Hordes of barbarians plunder its lands. The Sword Lords beg for help. No one is able to give them. We scarcely have enough resources to keep the garrisons at the fortress. If Rosland falls, what happens to the trade? Who in the whole world will need the Shield Road? The rest of the pages are missing. Okay, well at least we got his key. It must open one of these doors back there.
Tread lightly.
I found something interesting.
That is interesting. But first of all... Ooh, it's a way outside. Is this just a way to skip areas? I guess so, yeah. Ooh. Nice, another key.
The path is clear.
Okay, good.
Be careful, everyone. Stay behind
That's
me.
not really a way to skip areas, it's just a way to come into an area from a different point of view. Okay.
Unworthy.
That's fine. We don't need to use anything special to kill these ones.
Wretched thing.
Right. Nice. Oh, that's fine. We got it. Grab it. Skin, collect. That's fine. That was nice and easy. Right. Get rid of that.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Well, at least you didn't get hit by anything because you disarmed it from the wrong side.
Cannot hide from me.
Nice. Acid splash hit this one.
Solid plan.
Ah, never mind. They're all dead. Okay. Right, grab more loot. Oh, there's another door. Yeah. Oh, there's another disc. Interesting.
I'll go ahead.
Wonder what we need to set it to. Is there a way across here? I don't think there's gonna be, but fine. Grab the edible moss. Oh, more trolls.
Become as dust.
Nagrundi. Don't know who Nagrundi is, but he's named, so I'd be mildly scared, I guess.
Could be worse. Lost.
Guess it's worse, Hiram. Right. Kill Nagrundi. Nice.
No strike wasted.
Nice. Good job. Right, grab the loot. Fine. And more loot. More dwarven helms. Ooh, a heavy shield. Nice. +1. I don't think that's better than Hiram's heavy shield, is it? No. Fine. So we have another one of those discs. We don't have full knowledge yet of what these do.
Was lost in
Gonna move them forward. Don't know why the green circles disappeared from that one, but whatever. And she has
State
one more
your desires.
hurt herself, doesn't she? Yeah, okay. We'll keep going. She can't die, so I'm not that worried about things. What's this? Bloodfire fever. Okay, interesting. So he has a disease. Frequency 1 day, onset 1 day, cure 2 consecutive saves. Okay. We could, wait, let's just set it up. He has, remove disease, doesn't he? Remove sickness. No, it's not sickness, it is disease. Yeah. There we go. That's fine. So when we next rest, he will be able to just remove it from himself one way or another. Oh. I missed the door I was looking for. Yeah, so we have this door and then we have the doors at the other side. I'm assuming at some point we'll be told what the, like, parameters of the puzzle are, essentially. Okay.
The path is clear.
And we need...
It's just not my lucky day.
No, Lindsay.
What troubles you?
Failed. Okay. Right. Well, that's fine. It was a chance. It was a chance to unlock it, and she failed it. Okay. That's fine. Back to the other side. See what's going on. Quick save. We're probably going to have to rest before we go further into here. I can see there's been a couple of days in terms of the amount of time we spent in this area. Like, so we're going to be late back for Tristian's thing. That's okay. Yeah, late back to the capital. But if we can stop the troll raids, being late back to the capital is well worth it, because it takes Amiri off from having to do troll raids every single time. Even though if she succeeded in the troll raids, we would get military from it. I think it's better to have Amiri available to do all the other things the general needs to do. Like, we currently can't actually level her up, as in level up military ranks, because she's too busy dealing with troll raids, so. Yeah, it's worth staying in here. Right. Let's situate ourselves correctly in case this door is scary.
What a surprise.
I don't like surprises.
Get rid of that, Miri. Not Miri. Lindsay.
I'm sorry.
Just amazing, you know?
Anything else?
Ooh. That's nice. Okay. Well, is that better than the composite longbow? Let's just have a look at that. That's probably not better than what Akun's using, but let's have a look here. Also, I don't need that. 25. Wow, okay. That's a lot higher in terms of damage, and it does acid. It is oversized, which is -2 on Wheeler's attack rolls. But at the same time, my god, look at the damage. It's called Devourer of Metal. Okay, so the other one has the ability to cast Aspect of the Falcon 3 times a day. When a wielder assumes the Aspect of the Falcon, they're given a bonus, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. No, I think this is better. I think that's better than the Savage Bow. That was the only thing Savage Bow gave, right? Yeah. So now, when, so...
I'm open to your orders.
Oh, I think I had extra aspects of the Falcon I could have been using. I never used them anyway. That's fine. Whatever. He has it naturally. So that's fine. Quick save. Rest. So I don't know what the puzzle is here, so I'm going to leave it. Because I don't... Yeah, I just have no idea what it is. So...
Someday, I'll write a play about our adventures. And you'll have one of the main parts.
Then we'll see if there's at least one actress brave enough to go on stage and impersonate me, knowing that I'll be sitting in the front row.
Nice, healing. Good. Right. What are these? Oh, it's the strength damage. Oh, right. So, first things first. Remove disease from yourself. Then heal yourself. He still has strength damage and dex damage. How bad? -3 dex, -2 strength. That's pretty bad, but to be honest, he's not a strength and dex guy. I didn't even remove his bloodfire fever. Did he fail the strength? Did he fail it? He did fail it. Yeah. Wow. Oh, because his remove disease failed. Oh, wow. Okay.
Everywhere I go, a pole hangs over everything.
Have I got anything else that would remove it?
Before I arrived.
No. So there was actually... Herm's heavily encumbered? No, he's not. Oh, he is because of that stuff there. Okay, that's fine. Right. Anyway, in we go. I do realize that we're going a little late on the video, but that's okay. As in, it's going to be a long one, but I think doing this in one go is better. Let me know what you think, but I think I'd prefer to do this in one go rather than split it up into little things. I don't know. Seems like it's all one adventure. Like one thing. Oh, this is a very large area, so maybe I'm wrong. Grab that. I may split it up into 2, and you know what? This will probably be this will probably be the start / end of one if I split it up into 2. Alright, well, turns out actually every door is locked, so you know.
I failed. I'm sorry.
Okay, all the doors are locked? Maybe this is part of the puzzle? That I don't yet know the... Like... Yeah, maybe it's part of the puzzle. I don't know what the solution to the puzzle is. That just changed. I don't... Okay. Obviously something I'm meant to be able to work out. This one's the same as it was before, though. Right? Yeah, that says... That's the same, and it appears to be set the same. Let's set to the same rune now. I wonder whether we can even move that one. If we can't move this one, then it's an obvious puzzle. You just set it to the same thing, like the same symbol. But if you can move this one, then I'm very confused. Are we moving? We are. Yeah, the person who's got a fever is currently going at the front here. Okay. Alright. I almost want to give him more spellbook ones. If I go back to him here. Level 3. We'll give him 2 remove diseases for next. Oh, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Whatever. Can't give him 2 cure diseases unless I want to actually take away useful spells from him. Okay. At least I can remove the effects of that slightly. With my restore restoration or whatever it is. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Just hurt Jathal here. Nice. Right, heading back this way. So that's the sun disk and that's the moon disk. Okay, can I move this? I can. Okay. Still don't know what the idea is. I just moved it to the opposite of the moon disk. If we go down here and all the doors are locked, I'm going to be very confused. And in fact, I will end the episode if that's the case. Because I'll need to think about it a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Right. I'm expecting that you don't have to solve the puzzle to move forward, but... Yeah, you don't have to solve it. You don't have to solve the puzzle. That's good. Because to be honest with that one, I know it's probably like moving them into some combination or something, but... I don't know what... Like, we haven't even been given any clues for that one or anything. Like, it doesn't strike me as any kind of puzzle I've seen before, so... Fine. Lock. Open. Okay. I'll take it. Oh, these guys are friendly. Oh, hello, Jazzon. You see a troll who looks familiar. He was the one who greeted you at the lair's entrance. You believe his name was Jazzon. He and some other trolls are surrounded by a gang of kobolds. Noticing you, Jazzon turns and bares his teeth. Borba came already. You like killing troll and kobold, Borba. Now Jazzon kill you. His muscles bulge under his thick pelt. His eyes are dark with anger. Let's see. You brought me before your king, and you saw how it turned out. I wish to broker peace, and your king preferred war. Jazzon lowers his eyes. After a few moments of silence, he shakes his head. King Harluka gave Jazzon hope that Borba and Troll could live in peace. Now King Hargulka took hope away. Trollbald dies now, by your hand, but not your fault. Jazzon sorry. Troll looks at his kin. Call Jazzon coward, call him traitor. It means nothing now. Jazzon will not fight. Jazzon turns his back on you and leaves along the stone corridor. The silence is broken by the shrill voice of some kobold. Jazzon deserter! Trollbald. Menissa war. The trollbald, the The trolls begin howling and stomping their feet so hard the walls shake. A withered kobold clad in stained rug steps forward. Mens, Tartuk, Menis, Tartuk, kobold, peace, men's death.
You cannot stand
Okay.
against me.
This confirms my belief that kobolds are really stupid.
Unworthy.
So,
Repent.
you know, nothing new
Do
basically.
not falter.
Just assign them all places to go.
I grant you death.
I am actually going to use fire, because it's one of a few opportunities we can. Right. Oh, every time I see a crit, just take them out. It's lovely. Right. Okay. Keep going. Nice. Everyone leveled up. This is... yeah, this is good. Kill it. The dog crit for... did the dog just crit for 31? It did. What? Okay, that is amazing. The dog did something. All this time I thought it was just there to die. A belt is blue. Interesting. Incredible dexterity. Oh, I know you can use that. We have somebody who uses a dex weapon. As his primary damage. Look at that. It's this guy. A kun. Right, date from nearest to oldest. Got the belt on. Look at that. He has a +6 to dexterity. Grab this stuff. There's a symbol on the wall. And you see, this is kind of what I was looking for in terms of a puzzle solution. There's a symbol on the wall. There's something to look at. Right. Let's have a look over here. So... oh, there's Harim giving us some ideas. Look, this is a symbol of the Lagbuk clan. Their whole clan must have perished many years ago. Now we know the place where their path ended. Let Grotus wrap them up in his eternal emptiness. Harim reaches his hand forward as if trying to touch the rune, but at the last moment he jerks his fingers away. As far as I've heard, there's a big dwarven clan book somewhere in Durma. I guess they own some sort of trade caravan business. They even own a store in Restov, supposedly. So they didn't perish yet, after all. What a shame. Harim lets out a discontented sigh. Anyway, every living creature is bound to die, he claims, but without too much certainty. What do you know about this clan? Harim nods with dignity, pulling his beard again. Dwarves have long, long lives. When my father was still young, he saw the Langbuk's exodus from the 5 Kings Mountains. They were headed to the north. The whole city had gathered then to wave goodbye to them. No one ever saw them again, and now I know what horrible fate befell over their poor souls. I never tire of dwarves who consider themselves long-lived. Compared to elves, you're basically mayflies. For all we know, the dwarves just left. We can't be so sure about their deaths. Harim sighs with sadness. We know they had left, and we know they never returned to the dwarven kingdom in the south. So what do you imagine could have happened to them? Harim shakes his head. Resignedly? Anyway, his beard making a slight rustling sound while moving over his chest. No, Sorosaurus, your hopes are empty, as are any hopes in the world, I must add. Why does this rune shine? Dwarves like to mark the walls of their fortresses and caves. They use their clan runes for this purpose. Usually they enchant this room to spread light, so the dwarves can proudly observe it, even in total darkness. Harim examines the room one more time. Where is your pride now, O Langbuk clan? Yeah, so sad, let's go. I think that's our only answer, is to just be like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, I'm not interested. Right, grab that. And I think it's time to end the episode, because we got to level up, and that's going to take a lot of time. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time, goodbye.